Hey everyone, my name is chaoticwolph and today I'm going to be taking the extended Zodiac test. This was like something that came out, I forgot, was it before Hiveswap came out or after? I think it might have been after, but it's like an extended profile, you know, for all those different Zodiac things. Instead of 12, there's like 288 apparently, so now I'm going to take this quiz to see what my supposedly true sign is. So, introducing the extended Zodiac, an updated astrological profile for an expanding world. Unlike the traditional Zodiac, the system takes into account certain features of your personality and perspective, rather than simply the date you were born. By taking the test, you may determine which of the 288 signs below is your true sign. So, to find out what our sign is, we're going to take this quiz. The extended Zodiac is broken down into 12 color categories called sign classes, and each of those contain 24 unique signs. In order to discover your true sign, you must identify 2 additional qualities about yourself, which are unique to the extended Zodiac. The first is your lunar sway, a designation which says things about your perspective on life. There are 2 possibilities for lunar sway. The second is your aspect, the ruling force over your personal narrative. Think of it as a source of your power, the way you move through the world. There are 12 possible aspects. Lunar sway and aspect are assigned based on character traits and tendencies, and in order to determine yours, you will need to take a couple of brief personality tests. You would then be identified by one of the 288 signs of the extended Zodiac. Your true sign will include a much more specific and personal astrological profile than your birth sign alone conveys. That's a lot of blah blah to say nothing. So let's take the quiz or test. Okay, first select your sign class. The extended Zodiac expands on the meaning of your traditional Zodiac sign by determining your true sign. First, select your birth sign according to the traditional Zodiac, or you can pick the sign that you most closely identify with. Yeah, I don't know if it works that way. These are the signs you've heard of, like Aries, Taurus, etc. But in the extended Zodiac, those signs refer to an entire category of signs. Okay, well, I am a Scorpio, guys, so I'm gonna go with that. I don't know if I identify with another sign, but... Okay, it's blue sign class. That means your true sign is one of the signs below. To find out which, continue taking the test. Blue signs are powerful, effective, and potentially incredibly destructive, magnetic and hypnotic. They tend to have many friends, that's a lie, but only allow an elite few close. Well, that part I agree with. Get one on your side and you have a valuable ally. You will learn more about what it means to be a blue sign when you see the final results of the test. They're gonna dissect every inch of my personality. Now you will need to determine your lunar sway. This test tells you whether you are a prosperous dreamer or a dirge dreamer. Either one says something about your perspective on life and the world around you. Finding out your lunar sway is one of 2 critical pieces of information needed to determine your true sign. For each question below, choose the answer that most closely reflects your perspective. Okay? Some people on the internet you know are negatively discussing something you hold dear. You could just let it slide, or you could get in there and defend it with your life. How do you respond? Well, with these kind of things, if I feel like really strongly about that thing, sometimes I will say something, but usually I kind of don't want the drama, so, you know, I say it inside my heart, but I don't say anything out loud. Leave it alone when joining when the topic has passed. I'll stay out of it, except possibly correct some factual errors I might notice. Chime in stating I like the thing, but I won't really argue about it. Or do I jump in and defend the thing, stating why I like it and why they're wrong? Or I would die on a hill for the things I like. I love to argue and defend. It's part of the fun of having passion for things. I think I go with B. I do tend to stay out of these kinds of things because it's just drama, but if I feel really passionate about it, I might say something. You are all set to cook dinner when you realize you are missing a couple key ingredients from the recipe you're using. What do you do? Recipe? Who uses recipes? I mean, I do follow recipes because I don't not really much of a cooking person. Toss it out and wing it or find a different one. Honestly, if it's missing, I just keep going probably. Depends on what I'm cooking. If it's something I made before, follow up and make a couple substitutions, use as a guideline. There is nothing for the one that I want. I just don't do it. I guess this one, it depends. I mean, if you're cooking and I'm missing a couple things, it kind of depends. Like, if it's the main ingredient you're missing it, obviously you need it. But, you know, I could always do with or without, I guess. I guess this one actually, like, substitute, maybe? It's a guideline. How do you feel meeting online friends in person for the first time? Well, that's only happened, like, once, I think, and I wasn't really friends with that person. I'm not really excited. I'm more like worried. What if they're weird? Anxious. I really haven't met any people online, really. Because I'm a paranoid person, you know. I like to be safe. Like them, but looking forward to the theory, but can't shake the sense of social embarrassment when you meet someone new. Yeah, also that. Social anxiety. That is a thing. I think I go with this one. Yeah, I tend to be anxious about these kinds of things. Well, anything in general, really. You're having a hard time grasping a topic in a class that everyone else seems to be fine with. You raise your hand immediately to straighten things out, probably just misheard or turn off for a few minutes, lean over, ask a friend, or email, or do research on your own, do some thinking. This is more like me. I don't like asking for help, which is a negative actually. You should ask for help when you need it, but that tends to be my thing. You start taking lessons to learn something you've wanted to for a while, a language class, art class, bartending lessons, etc., but decide a few weeks in that it definitely isn't your thing. You decide to stick it out though. Why? Okay, so it's something I want to do for a while, but then I don't want to do it, but I stay? That doesn't sound like me. I mean, I guess I could for some things. It's really my thing. I mean, I feel like if I don't like doing it, I just stop. But this is saying like I just stick with it, so aren't quitting because you stop means you don't like this much, which just means you need to show yourself, which is acceptable. I guess this one. I don't really like giving up on things halfway, I guess. When you're on holiday, do you prefer to leave your itinerary mostly up to chance, or do you plan out ahead of time? I would say I plan like the general thing, but if it's like something small change, I'm okay with that. Thorough planning, hard to relax on most things I consider advanced. Having a few things left open is fun, but for the most part I have to plan. Yes, that's me. That is me. Like, if you wanted to ask me to go out somewhere the next day, I probably won't go. You gotta tell me way ahead of time. Because I already planned to stay home and do nothing, you know? You feel me? A friend of yours and someone you don't know are caught up in a heated argument. They've asked you to help facilitate. You want to support your friend, but after hearing both sides, you actually agree with a stranger. How do you choose who to support? Oh wow, is this gonna ruin my friendship? Well, you should always side with the side that is right. But you don't want to ruin friendships either. Delicately disagree with your friend while doing everything to show you still support them. Neutral angle. Yeah, probably this one. You know, if I disagree, I disagree, but I'll try to tell them in like a you know, reasonable way, I guess. You have a very important message to write over email or some other text communication method. It's a sensitive matter, difficult to compose, possibly of an emotional or confrontational nature. When you're done writing, you're about to hit the send button. What next? You reread it several times and then you send it. That's what you do. I never click immediately. That's, you know, terrible. That, you know, there could always be something wrong with it. Usually I send it though. I don't wait on it though. Instead of save a draft and sleep on it. That does happen. That's the thing though. If you kind of wait on it too long, like if I wait on something too long, I will not send it. So usually I will just, you know, read over it and then, you know, send it. You know, preferably the same day. Actually, this one seems like it's kind of delaying it. Come back. I don't come back to it. I just read it right then and there, and if it's good, you know, I'll just send it. Because with like anything, if you're, you know, especially me, if you're anxious about doing it and then you kind of hold off on doing it, I probably won't do it because, you know, you start overthinking everything. So is that all the questions? Pretty short quiz actually. Oh, this is just for lunar sway, right? Lunar sway is Durst. Okay, Durst dreamers are skeptical, restless, and prone to rebellion. Okay, valuing rational thought and calculation, they tend to know themselves far better than they know the world around them. finding it difficult to live in the moment. You will learn more about what it means to be a Durst dreamer when you see the final results of the test. Okay, cool. Now you will need to determine your aspect. The result of this test tells you whether your aspect is breath, blood, life, doom, light, void, time, space, heart, mind, rage, or hope. I actually don't know, it could be any of those. Finding out your aspect is the final piece of information needed to determine your true sign. For each question below, choose the answer that most closely reflects your perspective. Okay. Think about your life as if it's a story, and you're the main protagonist. Do you tend to view yourself as a lone hero, who along the way meets other supporting characters who only have a tangential relation to your personal journey? Or do you view yourself as just one hero and then ever-shifting ensemble of important protagonists? I don't even understand what that means. So okay, a loner hero all the way, or often lone hero not always. Either one can say for sure, often part of an ensemble, not always. Part of an ensemble all the way. I don't know. It's hard to say. Sometimes I could see myself being alone, I guess, but you can't do everything by yourself. I guess either way, I don't know. When you want to help people accomplish something and they don't know what you're doing, are you inclined to show them how to do it? Or are you inclined to make them feel motivated or inspired to do it? What? So it's like, am I gonna show them how to do it, or am I gonna motivate them to do it? I don't really go either way, I feel like. Cause if you, I don't know. If I want to help them do something, and I probably wouldn't like just do it for them. Maybe if they like asked me to help. See, like, I don't usually like to just kind of like impose my whatever on people. Like, if they don't know how to do something and they didn't ask, I'm not gonna show them how to do it. I'm not gonna like motivate them to do it either. I guess this is like if I want someone to do something. I don't know. I guess either way, I feel like I'm gonna be like wishy-washy on a lot of these questions. That's not good. When you are learning about a new subject or reading a fascinating story, do you feel a strong desire to know everything about it and have all your questions answered? Or are you more compelled or inspired by the feelings of mystery surrounding not knowing everything? Oh, that's hard because I do want to know everything, but sometimes it's nice to not know what's going on because that's the thing that keeps you interested in the story. I really feel like I'm gonna be like in the middle with all these questions, man. So I absolutely need to know everything. I'm obsessive about it. I do obsess over it, but I don't need to know like everything about it. So I'm very curious, drawn toward knowing. I think that one's a bit more accurate. Like, I do want to know, but I don't want everything revealed to me because then it ruins the fun and there's no point in watching anymore or reading because you already know everything. So, but I also don't want to be like left completely, you know, in the dark. So I think I'm curious and I'm definitely interested in knowing more, but I don't want to know everything. When you hear someone explaining something to someone else in a way that is questionable, or in a way that makes you suspect they don't fully understand the subject they are explaining, are you more inclined to teach them everything you know about the subject to set the record straight, or just cast doubt on the misinformation without offering much in a way of correction? See, this is like, I really feel like I'm gonna be in the middle of a lot of these things because I don't really want to be just like, oh, you know, this is wrong and blah 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 blah. I don't want to do that. It's just not me. But when something is like so clearly wrong, it does kind of bother me. But then if you like object, then you gotta explain it. You can't just be like, no, this is wrong, and then just leave. That's annoying. I'll jump straight in and set the record straight on everything. I'll provide a correction or two, but won't get carried away. I'd probably stay out of it. I wouldn't be too specific, but let people know it's fishy, or I wouldn't even bother. It kind of depends too, like if it's someone I'm close with, and you know, I know they're not gonna just want to like argue, like they're not interested in actually know what I'm saying, they just want to say what they think because they're very sure that they're right. But if they're like, you know, open to it, I'd probably like let them know. I don't know, it's complicated. I'll probably go with this one. Like I let them know there's some a little fishy, but I'm not gonna go on a long spiel. If you could choose one ability, which would it be? Oh, obviously. Well, actually, I don't want to say obviously. There's a lot of stuff I want. The ability to travel to any period in history on Earth at will, past or future, or the ability to safely travel, such as on a nice ship anywhere in the universe at will instantly. What does that second one even mean? Are you saying it's a special power? Are you saying I'm very wealthy? Ability to safely travel, such as on a nice ship. So that sounds like money. So it's like either time travel or money? Okay, that's... Yeah, sounds... Oh, wait, they're saying like space travel. Okay? Personally, I like time travel more. Like, space is cool, but I don't know if I want to go there. Space is terrifying, okay? I mean, I don't know if I would be up for safe space travel, to be honest. I'm not against it, but it's scary, okay? I'd probably go with time travel, honestly. Yeah, leaning towards time travel, but the other one sounds cool. If you're working on a project, something you're doing for yourself, not for anyone else, are you obsessively focused on the end result of the project? Or are you enjoying the process regardless of how it turns out? Probably focusing on the end result. See, like, the process is pain, basically. Like, the fun in doing it is because you're looking forward to the end result, I feel like. Yeah, I think I'm more for the end result. End result is easily the most important thing. The result is very important, but you will enjoy it on the way too. Result and process are about equally important, or enjoying the process is very important, but would like it to feel worthwhile at end too. Enjoying the process is the most important thing. I think result is a little bit more important, but it's good to... Well, it would make it easier if you enjoy the process, because otherwise it's just like, you know, hopelessness until, you know, you reach some kind of result. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, which option best describes what's more important to you? Understanding yourself and fully knowing who you are, or thinking rationally and making strong decisions? Understanding yourself and more fully knowing who you are, or thinking rationally. What? Definitely understanding yourself. I have to pick one over the other with clear priority. Leaning towards understanding myself. Can't really decide. What does this even mean? Understanding yourself or thinking rationally. What? How do these two things relate? Thinking rationally. Are you saying like understanding myself is like a more emotional thing? And rationally is just like choosing what is the best based on your options? I mean, I wouldn't say I understand myself 100%, but I feel like I understand myself pretty well. It's more like having other people understand you, you know what I'm saying? Like, other people don't have a different image of you than you have of yourself. But that's a different question, I think. Oh, I guess thinking rationally, because I don't... What's the point of understanding yourself? I already understand myself. I guess, yeah. Leaning toward thinking rationally, I guess, like, I don't know. What idea is more interesting to you? The ability to fully understand your potential as a person, or the ability to fully understand all potential consequences of your actions before taking them? Interesting. Understand personal potential or understand consequences of my actions. I think that's what I'm more worried about, because a lot of times, see, that's an anxiety thing. Whenever you do something, you kind of worry, what's the outcome? What's someone else gonna think of me if I do this? What's gonna happen if I do this? Basically, I think I'm more worried about that. Yeah, this one. See, that's another thing of me. I tend to not choose extremes, because I like having kind of like the flexibility to go either way. So whatever those questions ask you, I can never go one side or the other. I'm always like kind of somewhere in the middle, but maybe leaning towards one direction. Which better describes your attitude? Having great conviction in certain beliefs or ideas you're attracted to, or casting strong doubt on beliefs or ideas you dislike? Yeah, definitely the first one. I don't really care about. I mean, I would probably feel strongly about something that I don't like, but I don't really feel the need to like tell someone, you know, this thing you like sucks. If you want to like it, feel free to like it. You know, as long as they don't try to make me like the thing, you know, then it's fine, you know? Definitely have this right. The attracted have conviction and beliefs I like. Yes. When circumstances are intolerably bad, which are you more inclined to do? Come up with the best alternatives or solutions, and work as hard as you can to make those happen instead, or don't worry about a better alternative, burn it all down, and whatever follows you'll just deal with as it comes. What? So this is basically like, if there's a problem, are you gonna face it and solve it head on, or are you just gonna give up? Well, clearly burning it down sounds terrible. Sometimes you do have to burn stuff down, I guess, if you know there is no better solution and it's time to start over. But if you know there's a way to solve it, you should go about solving it. It's my opinion. Not doing anything to have a better solution in place first, or inclined to have a solution first but not absolutely. Inclined to get out of the bad situation as soon as possible, but not averse to considering alternatives. Bad situation. What kind of bad situation though? Like, this could be anything. Okay, I want to get out of the bad situation, but if it's not possible, then let's do something else. If you see someone suffering, are you most inclined to do whatever you can to help them get better? Or is your instinct to relate to their suffering, to empathize without necessarily considering how you can— What? These questions are really weird. Okay, so it's like, do you want to help, or you just want to relate to their suffering without helping? I'll do whatever in my power to help them, or I'll focus mostly on helping, but won't stop myself from— Why do I want to relate to their suffering? I don't want to relate to their suffering. We should just help them out of their suffering so I don't have to relate to the pain. What? Not sure how I react. My first impulse would be to empathize with their suffering, but after that I'd probably figure out what I could do to help. Yeah, if you talk about just, human instincts. Not really great at helping. I'm generally overcome with other feelings related to their suffering, which makes me not useful. Okay? I think this is like the most natural human response. When you see someone suffering, you kind of feel their pain, but maybe instead of just wallowing in pain, do something to get out of that pain? Just saying. When someone suffers misfortune so terrible that you know there's nothing anyone could do for them, are you most inclined to feel horrible that nothing can be done? Or feel resigned to the sense that this is the way of the world and some things just can't be helped? No, that's bullshit, man. That is giving up, and we should never do that, guys, okay? Because it's okay to feel down, but you're just gonna feel terrible about it and give up. It's just not a good mindset to have, because then there's no point in trying, and you should always try, So therefore, feel terrible or feel horrible, there's no way to help? No. Would probably end up trying to think of ways to help regardless, okay? Feel bad, there's nothing that can be done. Would accept that there's no way to help. Hard to say. Likely would feel somewhat resigned right away. No. Might briefly consider how to help, but no. It's not realistic. I kind of feel this in my soul, but that's not like the mindset I would encourage anyone, myself or other people to have. Feel absolutely resigned to their terrible situation because that's just the way things often are. These feel kind of the same. I would say this one. Feel terrible, but still try to help in some way, or get out of that situation. Your aspect is light. What does that mean? The light is like— well, light is not hope, light is just light. The light-bound possess a keen desire to learn and synthesize. They are ravenous for knowledge and will go to great lengths to gain it. Although their convictions are strong, their morality is decidedly gray. You will learn more about what it means to be light-bound when you see the final results of the test. You now have enough information to determine your true side. Okay, what do you guys think it is? Okay, right now. Think of it, and then we're gonna see what it is, okay? Okay, ready? Okay, go. Review my true side. Your true sign is Scorpio. What does that mean? Scor is blue sign, Pia is Durst plus light. Sign of the Emperor. If your true sign is Scorpio, then you possess the unique combination of qualities held by all blue signs, Durst streamers, and light-bound. Yeah, that's what I got. Okay, let's not mince words. Blue signs are the ones to watch. Of all the sign classes, they have the potential to do the most good, but also cause them worse harm. They can be incredibly effective and also incredibly destructive. Tell a blue sign this and chances are they will agree with you. They are magnetic and adaptive, able to adjust how they present themselves in any situation. They have a mask for every occasion. They are obsessively dedicated, willing to throw themselves into work, play, and everything in between. Because of this, blue signs are highly valuable allies and friends. However, they are very selective when it comes to who they let enter their inner circle. You could be best friends with a blue sign and still never truly know them. They are powerful and successful, but they also tend toward jealousy. They often resent those they see as more well-positioned than they are. A well-adjusted blue sign is fantastically competent and inspiring, but a blue sign at their worst is a force for chaos. In love, they can find themselves having to choose between their ambitions and their relationships, often with great difficulty. I feel like that just sounds like a typical Scorpio, horoscope. Lunar sway is Durst. Durst dreamers have personalities marked by a distinct and restless skepticism. Whatever their waking circumstances, chances are they will live in a state of dissatisfaction. Rebellion is in their blood. What am I rebelling against though? Manifesting whether they are fighting back against a fascist dictatorship or the most recent trend in casual footwear. Durst dreamers are cerebral and self-aware. They have a far better grasp on the landscape of their own minds than on the world around them, which they can find alienating and confusing. But as so much of their identity is built on control, they will do their utmost to hide any insecurities, often with false humility or self-deprecating humor. Oh, that is way too true. Stop exposing me. They may be inflexible and pessimistic, but they are also great problem solvers, facing conflicts head-on with shrewd, calculating minds. They see one true path among an infinite snarl of wrong ones. They tend to be introverted. Yes, I am. But if you win their trust, Durst dreamers are extremely powerful allies. However, they find sincere vulnerability difficult and will often keep people at arm's length. Letting go and living in the moment is hard for a Durst dreamer. They constantly look toward the future and analyze the past. Oh, that part is very true. Aspect is light. Those bound to the aspect of light are the universe's knowledge seekers. They are above all driven to learn and understand. They are great alchemists, able to take multiple sources of information and synthesize them into something useful. They are scholars and researchers, absolutely dedicated to knowledge for knowledge's sake. They are the ultimate students, and although that might conjure up the image of people sitting around peacefully waiting for knowledge to be brought to them, that couldn't be further from the truth. The light-bound will go after knowledge with a fierce intensity that others may find distasteful. They aren't overly concerned with laws or norms, either. They often take rules as simple suggestions, instead searching for loopholes or workarounds. I don't really feel like that's me. At their best, the light-bound are resourceful and driven. At their worst, they can be fussy, pedantic, and insensitive. How rude! I don't know, so what do you guys think? I feel like it's basically describing a Scorpio, like a stereotypical Scorpio horoscope. Some things I feel like are kind of true and some things are kind of off. So, I don't know, but some of the things, like, I'm definitely introverted, and what else did it say? I don't remember. Introverted and self-deprecating humor, yeah, I feel that. And, what else did it say? Like, I don't even know, but yeah, those are some of the things that I feel like are true, and then some other things are, like, just kind of off. But, I don't know, so that's the sign that I got. Now, let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's accurate, or totally off? And also, let me know what you guys got and whether you feel it's accurate of your personality. This is like basically a personality test, I feel like. I don't know if it's like accurate, because these things are general enough that you feel like it totally relates to you, and some things are, but it's like basically like what a Scorpio, like how Scorpios are usually described as. So I don't know. Yeah, but in any case, that's what I got. I'm a Scorpio, whatever that means. I'm a Durst dreamer, and I'm a hero of light. So that is my true sign. Don't know how accurate it is, but it's what I got. So thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, let me know what, how accurate you think this is, and let me know what you guys got and how close, you think it got, diagnosed about your own personality. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.